Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, thank you for joining us. My name is Kat, and on here we talk about style, fashion, shopping, stuff like that. So if that sounds cool, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and stick around. Today we are doing a Farm Rio review. So if you like this video, I do have some others like it. I have done Farm Rio hauls in the past, and I will link them below. I have a playlist that I can link for you. But I've also done try-on hauls of items from Farm Rio that you can actually rent. So today I have rented items from different rental services. I do have coupons for you for all of the rental services that I've rented from below. So we've got a coupon for Armoire, Nuuly, and Rent the Runway. So if you want to try one of them out, please use the coupon. It helps the channel. It means a lot. Thank you. But I will be trying everything on, talking about sizing, talking about quality, and just generally giving my opinion about the item and how it was to rent it. I will let you know for each item where I rented it from so that you can go grab the exact same one if you like. If you ever have any questions about renting, please do ask. I'm always happy to talk about it. I have been renting for a long time and have, as I said, rented from these different services. So just ask and we can chat about it. So I am already wearing the first one. This dress is fabulous and is a little bit different from things that I've worn from Farm Rio before. So I was really excited to try it. It's a bit more of a, I guess I want to say sort of straightforward, though this is a very dramatic V. There's always something fun and dramatic about Farm Rio. You aren't going to find basics there, which I love. I think that there can be things that are very classic, very wearable, and this is a very classic and wearable silhouette in my mind. And I'll jump up, I'll show you the full length of it, but it's hitting right below my knee. And it still is so interesting because it's got this deep V, it's got this really fun print, which I will show you a close-up of. And yeah, just all the things that I like about Farm Rio are sort of encapsulated in this dress, actually, even though this isn't the main type of style that I've rented from them or that I tend to gravitate towards, to be honest. But I'm so glad that I rented it. I really like this. I think it's really fun, flattering, comfy, all the things. Here's the print on this one. Really fun and unique. We've got palm trees, we've got sort of birds, but it also is this sort of like cross stitch kind of motif. So I did leave my regular bra on so that you could see that it shows a little bit down here. There is, there's a little like hook and eye down here that I guess you could undo if you really wanted a drama moment. You could definitely do that. But it is helping to keep it closed, and it's just barely disguising that bra. So I think I could get away with wearing the bra, but honestly, that wasn't my choice with renting this. I would prefer to not wear a bra and do something else, some other support or coverage option. So if that's something that you can or want to do, I might suggest it because a lot of bras might show with this one. But again, it doesn't entirely, so it might not be a deal breaker. So yeah, this is a very fun material. Let me tell you what it is. It is rayon, 100% rayon, and it is fully lined in 100% viscose. Something that we talk about on here a lot is sizing for Farm Rio, and this one is another one that I'm a little bit surprised about the sizing of this. I ended up renting the extra large. This is the extra large. I would wear a size US 12 in a dress, and this fits really true to size for me. So I would say that this XL is like a US 12. I'm not particularly busty. I do have a relatively large underbust measurement, like my ribs are wide. And so that is filling out here, but nothing's stretching, nothing's uncomfortable. Shoulders, great. This is really nice. Like this is hitting in a nice space and is totally comfortable. Everything about this is really comfortable. This would be so fabulous for like dinner and going out to an art museum or dancing or something like that, because you could really move and feel really comfortable. But I am thinking that it runs a little bit small because usually in Farm Rio, I would choose a large, and this XL seems to be perfect. So take that into account. Let me show you the full length. Here is the length of it, falling right below my knees. There is some draping here in the front. There's like an additional panel here to create additional interest, which I really like. I am pretty tall, between 5'9" and 5'10", and so I am really enjoying this length. I think it could definitely be a midi on someone shorter, but that would also be really flattering. Also, if you see these scratches on my neck, I just scratched myself, so that's weird. Anyway, so that is our first one. Let's move on to our next. So next up, this fabulous blue one is a viscose and linen blend, and it's got this really fun embroidery. So let's give it a try. Actually, I meant to say this one has a side zip right here, and I found that to be really comfortable. That would be a lot of times when you have that side zip, that's where I think if you were to go with your usual size on this, especially if you are bustier, that maybe it could run a bit small since I sized up. So just FYI. Okay, so this one I got the large, and it is running a bit small. And I'm wondering if that's because it's linen. If you've seen my reviews before, I find that if it's Farm Rio linen, I personally want to size up. I find that it makes it, not that the others are super stretchy, but what's happening right now is I could zip this up, but it's going to be kind of tight. So it's one of these situations where this fits, but I am a little bit worried about that. And I'm not wearing a bra with this either. So I think if you were bustier than me, which you very well could be, you could run into a similar problem where there's just not a lot of stretch back there. So sort of through the rib area and the waist area, that is where I think it's running a little bit small. But to be clear, it's really comfortable. So, and it's got this bow back here too that honestly kind of covers it up. So even if you can't zip it all the way, so while I can and it's just tight, I might even choose to not zip it all the way and just have that handy little bow cover it a bit, because it actually fits great throughout the bust, great throughout the waist. Well, the waist is kind of open, but like this sort of high waist. It's nice across the shoulders. Everything's really nice. It's just a little small back there. I also wonder if maybe it is because it has been rented and worn and washed before. So sometimes caring for them can make them shrink a bit. So that is something, I don't find it a lot while renting, but it is a consideration. If it is, and they will list the fabrics and everything. So if you're eyeing something and you see, for me, a lot of times it does tend to be things that are a cotton or a linen that could change with care. Jeans can sometimes be tricky, where just because they've been used for a while, they can shrink. So if there's anything that you've owned before that you're a little suspicious about it shrinking, renting something like that, just check the reviews and that kind of thing, because sometimes people will let you know if it's starting to run smaller than it originally was. You can kind of suss that out. But on this one, I think you'd be okay either way. So I definitely am comfortable in this large. But again, if you're bustier, you might not be very comfortable in this. So if you are bustier, you might want to consider sizing up. Here it is in its entirety. I love that the pattern continues down here. There is also this paneling where it's sort of open here. And this is really fun as well. I think that's super duper cute. So there's that. Here's the back. Oh, such a cute dress, really comfortable. I would highly, highly recommend this one too. So far, it's just been win after win. I love these. Cool, on to the next one. Next up, we have some pants. These are very fun. I love when they do these sort of tiled patterns, which is something that Farm Rio does relatively frequently. And I think it's just so, so cute. So these are feeling like a cotton, let me confirm. So yes, so these are 100% cotton, and I got these in the large, and spoiler alert, I have tried them on. They fit great. Let me show them to you. Okay, so here they are. I will say they're a tiny bit puffy here, and it's not that they aren't going all the way up. It's not that there's extra fabric. As I mentioned, I'm pretty tall, and usually on here, I complain a lot about the rise not being long enough. The rise here is great, and you can determine where they sit. You could definitely do this as more of like a low rise thing, wear this with your bathing suit. Could be really, really cute in a lot of different ways. But I like it as just the high waist for showing you, and I think that that is sort of the main intention, but again, it feels comfortable at the different lengths. And so yeah, it's just interesting, just like a tiny bit of puffiness, which I just wouldn't expect. So wanted to mention it. Obviously it has pockets. This is really comfortable. This is a really comfortable pant. I have worn several pairs of pants from Farm Rio, and these might be the most comfortable pair, actually. These are really, really comfy. And yeah, really nice for a beach look, great vacation kind of wear. Here's what they look like in the back. Let me show you the full length. As you can see on me, they are not getting all the way to my ankle. I wish that they were. That would be a preference, but I think that that could easily make them too long on lots of people. So I think this is a totally reasonable length for them to be. Just be aware that if you are tall like I am, it is going to be a little bit shorter than an ankle length. So it really is like, it's kind of giving capri, honestly. Like not quite, but it's getting there. And if you were taller than me, they could really start to like get up there, which would start to have a different silhouette. It would start to be a different look. So I would just consider that. But again, they're really comfy, and something that I love about these is that this is actually not elasticized down here. It is so comfy, and I don't feel it pressing on my leg. That is something that would bother me, especially if it's hitting higher than it's technically supposed to. If it were like gripping onto my calf, I would not. And so I'm very glad that it's not doing that. Love those, fabulous. On to the next. Next up is actually a sweater, and I have not worn a sweater from Farm Rio before, so I was really, really excited to rent this one. So a couple of first reactions to this. It is a little bit itchy. I'm wondering what the wool content is on this. Polyamide, okay, polyamide, acrylic, mohair, and wool. So it's pretty scratchy in my opinion, especially for something with that low of a wool content. The wool's really coming through. It is very warm. It is very cute. I find it to be, with this silhouette, the tiniest bit tight across the shoulders. Nothing that would stop me from wearing it or from renting this exact same size again. Just noting that. I do have, I would say, slightly broader than average shoulders though, so that may not matter to you. Hi, sir. Hi. But yeah, it's got this fun sort of blouson sleeve. It is kind of like a dolman or a batwing sleeve where it's connected, which I feel like I haven't seen in a while. So that's kind of fun. I love the buttons. They're so, so cute. So that is really fun. I love the color. It actually does come in another color. This one I rented from Armoire, and they have it in like a burgundy color as well, which also really cute. It's a nice silhouette. It's really fun. It would be nice to throw over a dress. You could wear this to work. You could do lots of different things with this, and it would be really, really warm, comfy. It really is a fall wintertime sweater though, I would say. With the weight of it, the fact that it is kind of scratchy, I wouldn't be pulling this out maybe in the spring, but I live in Denver where it snows the whole spring. So I pull it out in snow spring, but if you live somewhere where it is nice and not snowy, but if you live somewhere where it's not snowy in the spring, you might have a different association. And I think you might think this is more of like a fall, winter kind of piece. But really cute. Again, this one I would recommend too. Due to its scratchiness, I am not 100% sure that I would rent it again, but I wouldn't want to tell you not to. I think that I am a little bit more sensitive than usual to something like that. And so if you don't worry about scratchy sweaters or you're going to be wearing a long sleeve thing under this, you don't need to worry about it at all. It's not astoundingly scratchy. I was just a little surprised with how scratchy it was. So, you know. Okay, so this one is very fun and very comfortable as well. This is actually a very stretchy material. Let me tell you what the fabric is on this. So it's 100% polyester, very stretchy. It kind of has that slightly ribbed texture to it. I don't know. That slightly ribbed texture to it that I kind of associate with black and white garments. So I don't know if you do, but if you do, you do. So you can probably see it here a little bit. There's a crease. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the slightly ribbed, like it is that knit there is a little, you can see it. It's got this fun cutout. I will say I am wearing one of my regular bras, and if I wear it properly, you can see my little gray strap. But if I scoot it over a little bit, that is still comfortable for me and you don't see it. So you could get away with wearing a regular bra if you are sneaky like that. But I know for some people that could hurt your shoulder or something. So you might want to think about a different bra option if that is the case for you. But love that cutout. I think that's a very fun detail. I love that this is so structural, very interesting. Really just so fun. Love the two-toned arms, nice length on this, nice, not tight at all or anything, like really comfy all the way throughout. The lines I think are really lovely and just really fun. I think they look great. An interesting thing, so while it is very stretchy and performs just sort of like a jersey dress, there is actually a side zip over here. Whoops. That I didn't zip up all the way. Another skill issue. I don't know. I'm falling off. I'm sorry. But there is this side zip here. I found it very easy to zip, but if you were much bustier, maybe that might be a consideration for your sizing, might be worth sizing up. But again, it is very stretchy, though I do feel like I'm filling it out, and I generally fill out my size, but as I've said before, I'm not super busty. So if you are, that might be a thing for consideration, but overall, really comfy. I love how they've connected the panels like this. It looks like it costs what it costs, you know, or maybe even more. I think that it's very well done, very chic, because something like this could be done poorly and could end up looking cheap. You know, we've all seen it online, and this does not suffer from that issue at all. So here is what the back looks like. Up here, oh, there's the tag. Skill issue. Let me show you the full length. So it really is a T length on me, a very standard T length. If you were shorter than me, definitely could be a maxi, and this would be a lovely maxi. And if you're taller than me, it's just gonna be a little closer to a midi. Let me take it off and tell you the size because I forgot. Okay, this is the large. I chose the large. Great fit on that. That's definitely what I would choose again.
And apparently I forgot to film an outro, so another skill issue, but I'll just leave you there. The information about each of these items will be in the information box below, so where you can grab it, and that's the information that'll be there. So check that out if you're interested. Be sure to subscribe if you have not. Come over, follow me on Instagram. I'll leave a link down below so you can see how I styled these when I wore them. And I will see you next time. Bye.